Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad, powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll discuss the important current affairs, but before going into the video, let us have a brief discussion about our 5-stage method of current affairs discussion. By using this method, you can learn current affairs 10 times effectively. So in this 5-stage method, we have the first stage, headlines with blanks. So every day we provide current affairs in the form of headline with a blank. So this blank will create a question in your mind. So to know the answer, you need to see stage 2 detailed analysis, where we provide every current affair in detail as well as static GK points, which are very useful for the upcoming bank SSC examinations. So one word key points. So finally, after the entire discussion of current affairs, in every single word you need to remember the current affair so that you can remember it for longer time period. So every day at 7 PM in our Telegram channel, you have important MCQs. So you can answer the important MCQs, which will enhance your revision of current affairs. Finally, every Monday we have section wise revision. So following this section wise revision, you can learn your current affairs, you can remember your current affairs 10 times effectively. So please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section. Now we'll see today's headlines. So these are the important headlines today. So Ministry of Ayush Minister, so the current Ministry of Ayush, the Minister of Ayush is Sarbanand Sonowal. So he launched a new app. What is the name of the app? So which country has declared food emergency because the forex reserves in the country has worsened. So which state government has decided to remove the name of Rajiv Gandhi from the Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park. So finally, who was appointed the chairman of the CBDT Central Board of Direct Taxes. So GST collections were above 1 lakh even in the month of August. So how much amount was collected in the month of August? So Morgan Stanley, so they retained India's GDP growth rate at how much percentage for the financial year 2022? India's economic growth rises to how much percentage in the first quarter, that is from April to June. So April, May, June, what is the India's GDP economic growth rate according to the government? So Axis Bank tied up with which fintech company to launch the point of sale business, okay, called Bharat Swipe. So Indian Army is going to participate in an exercise which is being conducted in Russia. So what is the name of the exercise? So Ramon Magsaysay awards were announced. So who won the awards? We'll see the entire list. So who will host the 8th meeting of agricultural exports of the BIMSTEC countries? So who is hosting that? Which country? So which IIT has developed world's first plant-based smart air purifier? World Coconut Day is observed on. Big Boss 13 winner, he passed away. And also veteran Hurriyat leader, so he belongs to Kashmir, he also passed away. So we'll see all these personalities in news. Now we'll go into detailed analysis. So in detail we'll discuss every current affair. So first is national news. So Ayush Minister Sarbanand Sonowal, he launched the Vibreak app. So Vibreak means yoga protocol mobile application. So he launched it in New Delhi. So this app was developed by the Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. So this app was launched as a part of the week-long celebrations, the week-long activities and campaign organized by the Ministry of Ayush to commemorate the 75 years of independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which will be conducted from 30th August to September 5th. So as a part of the week-long celebrations, so the minister has launched this Vibreak app. So Yoga Break or Vibreak, so is an app, it's a unique 5-minute yoga protocol app. So mainly designed for working professionals. So to distress, to refresh, to refocus on their workplace, to increase their productivity, this 5-minute yoga protocol app will have a lot of asanas, pranayamas and dhyanas. So this app will facilitate yoga and meditation, so with ease everywhere in just 5 minutes. So it is mainly to bring awareness about different yoga practices. So this is about the app, Vibreak app. So next, coming to international news, where Sri Lanka, so this country has declared food emergency as the forex crisis worsens in the country. So Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, so he announced economic emergency to contain the soaring inflation. So inflation is increasing in the country. So to contain the inflation, he declared food emergency. Okay, so because there is a spike in the food prices, so President declared state of emergency under the Public Security Ordinance to prevent the hoarding of essential items, including rice and sugar. So government appointed a former army general as the commissioner of essential services. So he has a power to seize the food stocks which are held by traders and retailers, and also he has a power to regulate their prices. So military will oversee the entire operation. Okay, so they will ensure that the essential goods including rice and sugar are sold at government guaranteed prices and prices that are based on import cost. Okay, so they will also prevent hoarding, hiding of stocks, and they increase their penalties for hoarding. So suppose if any of the shopkeeper is hoarding the food grains, so he will be penalized. Okay, so this emergency is declared because of this sharp increase of prices of sugar, rice, onion, potatoes, and long queues at every shop, and there is a lot of shortage for milk powder, kerosene oil, and cooking gas. So what happened actually in Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is a net importer of food and other commodities. So Sri Lanka imports a lot of food into their country. Okay, so and also there is a COVID crisis happening in the country. So main activity, the main income of Sri Lanka is tourism. So from tourism, Sri Lanka gains a lot of forex reserves. But due to the COVID pandemic situation, Sri Lanka is currently facing the third wave of COVID pandemic. So from the past 2 years, Sri Lanka has weakened economy. So last year, their economy is nearly at 3.6%. Their growth rate was just 3.6%, very weak economy. And also the rupee, Sri Lankan rupee fall by 7.5% against US dollar this year. So Central Bank of Sri Lanka, so in order to maintain forex reserves, in order to buy food grains, in order to buy the essential oils, edible oils or crude oils, Sri Lanka Central Bank, they increased the interest rates so that they will pile up all the money, local currency, to buy these imports. And last year, Sri Lanka banned the import of vehicles. So unnecessary items other than essentials were banned by Sri Lanka in order to save the forex reserves. Okay, so according to the central bank data, Sri Lanka forex reserves are now just 2.8 billion at the end of July. So very low. 2.8 billion is very low, where India has nearly in 200 billion. India forex reserves will be above 200. Here they have just 2.8 billion, which is not sufficient even for a week or 2 weeks. So their forex reserves are now just very low, 2.8 billion. Okay, and also Sri Lanka is facing this COVID crisis. So Sri Lanka is the fourth largest in the world in terms of daily deaths. So fourth largest in terms of daily deaths. Sri Lanka is facing deaths every day. And other three countries are Georgia, Tunisia and Malaysia. They are also facing lot of deaths every day. Okay, so this is the current situation of Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka imposes food emergency. So Sri Lanka capitals Jayawardenepura and Colombo, and Sri Lanka currency Sri Lankan rupee. Sri Lankan Prime Minister is Mahinda Rajapaksa and Sri Lankan President is Gotabaya Rajapaksa. So please remember, very important, because they are in news and Sri Lanka is in news. Now coming to state news, Assam government decided to remove Rajiv Gandhi's name from the Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park. Okay, so the cabinet gave approval. So this was done because the Orang community, okay, so mainly the Adivasi community, the T tribe community, they requested the government to remove the name because it is coming in conflict with their sentiments. Okay, so this Orang National Park is present in the north bank of Brahmaputra in a spread over an area of 78.8 square kilometer, which is the oldest forest reserves in the state. It was named a wildlife sanctuary in 1985 and a national park in 1999. So this national park is named after the Oran people, so who are the inhabitants of the inhabitants of the Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal and Chhattisgarh. So these tribal people were brought by British to work in the tea gardens of Assam. So they came from all the surrounding states and they settled in Assam to work in the tea fields. So these people, they settled around this national park, and from this from their tribe name, this national park name was emerged as the Orang National Park. And according to the 2011 census, 73,000 Oran people were present in Assam. Okay, so that is why this name was removed from Rajiv Gandhi name was removed from the Orang National Park. So Assam Governor Jagdish Mukhya, Assam Chief Minister Hemant Biswa Sharma. Okay, now coming to the appointment news, JB Mahapatra was appointed the chairman of CBDT. So earlier JB Mahapatra was given the additional charge. He is currently serving as the acting chairman. Now he will be the full term chairman of the CBDT. So this was approved by the appointments committee of the cabinet. So he belongs to 1985 batch Indian Revenue Service. So in the month of May, he was given additional charge because the earlier CBDT chairman PC Modi has retired. So from then he is acting CBDT chairman. Now he will be the full-time CBDT chairman. So Central Board of Direct Taxes, which is responsible for collecting all the direct taxes in India like income tax, corporate tax. So CBDT established in 1924 during the British rule and headquarters is in New Delhi. Okay. So now coming into one more economy news where GST collections in August were over nearly 1.12 lakh crore. Okay. So GST reached this 1 trillion mark for the second straight month of August. So when compared to last year August, there is a hike of 30%. So in last year in August 2020, it was just 86,000 crores. Now it is 1.12 trillion. So 30% hike. Okay. So when coming to GST collection in July, it is 1.16 trillion. So when compared to July 2021, GST collection is low, but it is above 1 lakh. So that is why you need to remember an update question in all your bank exams. So out of this total 1.12 trillion, so 20,000 from central GST, 26,000 crores from state GST, 56,000 crores from integrated GST and 8,000 crores from the cess. Okay, so these are the categorization of taxes. Now coming to last previous months, if you see the GST collections, July it is 1.16, June 92,000, May 1 lakh, April 1.41. So now again all-time highest will be, the all-time highest is April itself, March 1.24. So please remember all-time highest April, important exam for exam. February 1.13, January 1.19. So consistently GST collection is above 1 lakh. Okay, in this past 6 months, if you can see, except in the month of June, in every month it is above 1 lakh. Okay. So now let us discuss about GST. GST is a tax on goods and services. It is called simply the goods and services tax, which is a tax on goods and services sold domestically for consumption. The tax is included in the final price and paid by consumers at the point of sale, and it is passed on to the government by the seller. So GST is usually taxed as a single rate across the nation. France was the first country to bring GST in 1954 and India brought GST structure in 2017. Please remember these static points. Now coming into one more economy news where Morgan Stanley, so they retained India's GDP growth rate at 10.5% for the financial year 2022. Okay, so Morgan Stanley expects that the economic activity to start normalizing after September, supported by the pent-up demand, that is high increased demand, ramping up the vaccination drive, favorable policy mix and robust global growth. And also they say that the key risk to this GDP growth will be the pace of vaccination. If the vaccination slowdowns, it will be an effect on the economy and trend of COVID-19 cases. Suppose there is any potential reacceleration, third wave in India, definitely it will impact the economy. Threat of all the new variants, restriction on economic activity, they will decrease the GDP growth rate. So these are the discussion done by Morgan Stanley about India's GDP growth rate. So Morgan Stanley, how much they estimated? 10.5. So Morgan Stanley headquarters New York, established in 1935. It's a financial services investment banker in America. So now coming into economy news. So India's economic growth soars to 20.1% in the first quarter. Soars means high. So India grew at a percentage of 20%, 20.1% during April-June quarter. So this in the April, May, June, India's growth rate increased by 20%. Okay, so against 24% decrease in the last year. In the last year, same April, May, June, there is a decrease of 24%. This year there is an increase of 20%. Okay, so this is the first quarter where India is seeing this much growth, and it is now the fastest growing major economy. So previous quarter, that is from Jan, February, March, it was just 1.6. So previous quarter it is 1.6, this quarter it is 20.1, and last year GDP growth in India is 7.3, just 7.3. So generally financial year is divided into 4 equal quarters. So quarter 1 will be from April, May, June. So we discussed now April, May, June, it is 20.1. So July to September will be quarter 2, October to December quarter 3, January to March will be quarter 4. Okay. So try to remember all these points. Okay. So now coming, because our financial year is from April to March, that is why we will divide based on the financial year. Now coming into agreement news, Axis Bank ties up with the BharatPe for the point of sale business. So the private sector lender Axis Bank, they tied up with BharatPe to expand its merchant acquiring business in India. So as a part of this partnership, Axis Bank will be the acquiring bank for the BharatPe's point of sale business Bharat Swipe. Axis Bank will provide acceptance of credit and debit cards for merchants associated with the BharatPe. So with over 6 lakh POS terminals spread across the entire country, Axis Bank is the third largest POS acquiring bank. Okay, and also they have payments acceptance business and processed around 19,000 crore volume in a month. So in a month they do transactions of this much amount in the payment acceptance business. On the other hand, if you see Bharat Pay POS machines, Bharat Swipe, so it has an installed base of nearly 1 lakh across 16 cities and processing around 1400 crores per month. So Bharat Swipe is also doing a business of 1400 crores per month. So this tie-up will definitely help to increase their volume of business. So Bharat Pay clocked an annual transaction value of $2 billion on POS terminals in the financial year 21. So the company is targeting $6 billion by 2022. By the end of 2022, they are targeting $6 billion. So in order to do these things, they need to have a partnership with banks. So that is why Bharat Pay partnership with Axis Bank for its Bharat Swipe. So Axis Bank headquarters Mumbai, established 1993. Bharat Pay headquarters New Delhi, established 2018. So now coming into defense news. So Indian Army contingent to participate in the exercise JAIIB 2021. So this exercise is going to be held in Nizhny in Russia. So to be held from 3rd to 16th September, that is from today till 16th September. So in this multilateral military exercise, Indian Army contingent, okay, the Naga battalion group is going to participate. So this happens in Russia. It's a theater level exercises of the Russian armed forces, which will focus on operations mainly against terrorists. Okay, so this exercise will enhance military and strategic ties among the partnering countries. So 9 countries are participating here and 8 are observers. Here is the list. So 9 participating countries are Mongolia, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Serbia, Russia, India and Belarus. Where 8 observers are Pakistan, China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Uzbekistan, Sri Lanka are observers. Okay, so India is a participating country in this exercise. Okay, so please remember JAIIB exercise Russia. So Naga regiment, so the infantry regiment of Indian Army, so it is going to participate in this exercise. So Russia capital Moscow, Russia currency ruble. Okay, so now we'll go into awards. So Raman Magsaysay Award 2021 was announced. So this event will happen on November 28th at the Raman Magsaysay Center in Manila. So this Raman Magsaysay Awards will be conferred to 5 people who made selfless and extraordinary contributions to eradication of poverty and development of society in Asia region. So this award is given mainly to the people who did selfless service to society in Asia region. So here is the entire list. So 5 awards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people achieved the awards. So we'll discuss in detail the list of awards. So Mohammad Amjad Saqib. So Mohammad Amjad Saqib, so visionary, one of the founders of largest microfinance institutes in Pakistan. So he was awarded, given the award, so for serving millions of families. Ferdowsi Qadri, so a Bangladeshi scientist, she was very instrumental in discovering vaccines that saved millions of lives. So from Bangladesh he was given. So Stephen Munsey, who is a humanitarian, who did a lot of help to the displaced refugees of Southeast Asia. He rebuilt their lives, so he was given the award. Watchdog, so this documentary, so it's a production house that combines documentary filmmaking and alternate platforms to highlight underreported issues in Indonesia. So Watchdog of Indonesia, it was given the award. And Roberto Belloni, so the fisherman from southern Philippines. Okay, so he brought a community together to restore the rich aquatic resources and to restore their prime source of livelihood. So for his contribution towards aquatic life, he was given the Raman Magsaysay Awards. Okay, so please remember the 5 people: Mohammad Amjad Saqib, Ferdowsi Qadri, Stephen Munsey, Watchdog and Roberto Bellon. So all were given awards. Which awards? They are Raman Magsaysay Awards. So let us discuss about Raman Magsaysay Award. So it was established in 1957, an annual award in the memory of the 3rd President of Philippines, Raman Magsaysay. So this award is conferred every year to honor individuals and organizations mainly in Asia who transform lives and societies by manifesting selfless service. So this award was established by the trustees of Rockefeller Brothers Fund based in New York and also in concurrence with the Philippine government. Okay, so this award mainly aims to perpetuate the former Philippine President Ramon Magsaysay's example of integrity in governance, courageous service to people, and pragmatic idealism within a democratic society. So this award will be presented every year on 31st August, the birth anniversary of Magsaysay. But due to the COVID pandemic situation prevailing, last year they cancelled the award. This year they're delaying and they're conducting the event on November 20th. Okay, so this is the Asia's highest honor and it is considered the Nobel Prize of Asia. So Ramon Magsaysay is called the Nobel Prize of Asia. So do remember the static points. This will be your questions for examination. The static GK points are very, very important. So please remember. Okay, so please remember all these points. Now coming into summits and conferences, India hosted the 8th meeting of agriculture experts of the BIMSTEC countries. Okay, so India hosted the event. So this event happened, the summit happened through video conferencing. This meeting was chaired by Dr. Trilochan Mohapatra, who is the Secretary, Department of Agriculture Research and Education, and the Director General of ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So Mohapatra, he emphasized on addressing biosafety and biosecurity concerns, and also the need to promote digital agriculture and develop resilient agriculture, food systems and value chains. So initially 6 sectors, trade, technology, energy, transport, tourism and fisheries were included for sectorial cooperation, later expanded to 14 areas where agriculture is one of them. Okay, so you know that 1.7 billion people, that is 22% of the world population, lives in BIMSTEC countries. So agriculture and allied activities are central economic and social development of this region. So what is BIMSTEC actually? So BIMSTEC is Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation, which consists of India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bhutan, Nepal. So all these countries are the BIMSTEC nations. India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bhutan, Nepal are BIMSTEC countries. The main aim of the BIMSTEC is to create an enabling environment for rapid economic development, accelerate social progress, promote collaboration on matters of common interest in the region. So this regional bloc comprising of 7 countries, okay, so mainly the adjacent areas of Bay of Bengal. So this regional organization was established in 1997 through the Bangkok Declaration. So initially it was launched with 4 countries. They are Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand. Later Myanmar joined in December 1997. So now then it is called Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand Economic Cooperation. Later on, with the admission of Nepal and Bhutan in 2004, the name was renamed to Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectorial Technical and Economic Cooperation, and Secretariat is in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, so please remember in detail about BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC has 7 countries. BIMSTEC Secretariat Dhaka established in which year? 1997. Okay, so please see all these points about BIMSTEC. Very, very important for the static GK point of view. Okay, so now coming into science and technology news, where IIT Roopur in collaboration with IIT Kanpur and Faculty of Management Studies New Delhi, so they developed a new air purifier, the world's first plant-based smart air purifier. So this air purifier will boost the air purifying process in indoor spaces. It's a world's first state-of-art smart biofilter that can make breathing fresh. So you breathe life technology. Okay, so this air purifier is titled You Breathe Life Technology, which works through air purifying natural leafy plants. So the room air interacts with the leaves. So the leaves absorb the air. So this air goes to the soil root zone where maximum pollutants are filtered. So this was developed by IIT Roopur's incubated startup called the Urban Air Laboratory. So they developed this particular air purifier. So specific plants are tested for this air purification method, like the peace lily, snake plant, spider plant. They gave very good results in purifying indoor air. So in this particular device, you can see in the picture here. So here is the picture. So in this particular device, there is a centrifugal fan which will create a suction pressure inside the purifier. It will release purified air formed at the roots. So plant will inhale the air, it will create good oxygen, good air, it will filter all the pollutants, so which is present in the roots. So at the root, these IIT Roopur scientists, they established a centrifugal fan which will suck all the air and it will release into the indoor space. Okay, so that is about this particular air purifier. So this purifier effectively works in indoor, improving the indoor air quality by removing the particulate gaseous biological containments which are present in the air, and also it will increase the oxygen levels in the indoor space. Okay, they also have a lot of filters like UV disinfection, pre-filter, charcoal filter, high efficiency particulate air filter were also present in this particular wooden box. Okay, so please remember IIT Roopur designs plant based smart air filter. Now coming into important days, World Coconut Day is observed on 2nd September. So since 2009 we are celebrating 2nd September as World Coconut Day. So this day is observed to promote this tropical fruit and to create awareness about the health benefits of coconut. And the theme for this year, so remember the theme is very important, building a safe, inclusive, resilient and sustainable coconut community amid COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. Okay, so coconut, which is called nariyal in Hindi, the most loved and versatile fruits. So it is not just edible, you can use the oil for a lot of skin benefits. Okay, so this coconut mainly grown in the tropical countries, and in India, in the states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Goa, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, you can find more number of coconut plantations. These are the major producers of coconut in India. Okay, so World Coconut Day 2nd September, so please remember. So finally coming into obituaries, so Big Boss 13 winner Siddharth Shukla, he passes away. So he is just 40 years. So he passed away due to heart attack, a massive heart attack. So he is a part of films like the Humpy Sharma Ki Dulhania. So he also recently he was screened in Broken But Beautiful 3 in the role of Agastya. So he is very famous for his role in Balika Vadhu in Dil Se Dil Tak, and also he worked in reality shows like Jalak Dikal Za 6, Fear Factor, Khatron Ki Khiladi and Big Boss 13. And next coming to one more obituary news where veteran Hurriyat leader Syed Ali Zilani, he passed away. So Syed Ali Zilani, a Kashmiri separatist leader and former chief of all parties Hurriyat Conference. So he passed away recently at the age of 91 years. So Zilani was born in 1929 in Bandipura Tehsil in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So he received his earlier education at Sopur and also from Lahore. So he was an elected representative in the Legislative Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir from the Sopur constituency in North Kashmir in 1972, 1977 and 1987. So 15 years as a legislator, he worked as a legislator representing the Jamaat-e-Islami, a major political religious organization in Indian Kashmir, which was banned in 2019. So he spent 10 years in jail after 1962, and his main motto is to merge Kashmir with Pakistan. He is a very notorious separatist leader of Kashmir. So he led a faction of the all parties Hurriyat Conference. So it's an umbrella group of almost 24 separatist parties, and he walked out of the presidency in 2020. So accusing the other leaders of revolting against his leadership. So in 2020, Jilani was awarded the Pakistan highest civilian honor, Nishan-e-Pakistan. So these are the details about him. So please remember. Now quickly we'll see one word key points. So Ministry of Ayush has launched Vibreak app. So it's a yoga app, 5-minute yoga app. Sri Lanka declared food emergency. Assam government to remove the name of Rajiv Gandhi from the Orang National Park. So CBDT chairman is JB Mahapatra. GST collection in August is 1.12 lakh crore. So Morgan Stanley GDP estimate for India is 10.5%. So India's economic growth is 20.1%. Axis Bank and Bharat Pay, so they are joining to develop Bharat Swipe in India. So Indian Army is going to participate in JAIIB exercise in Russia. So Ramon Magsaysay awards were announced. So please remember all the five persons who were awarded the Ramon Magsaysay awards. Okay. India hosted the 8th meeting of agricultural exports of BIMSTEC countries. So IIT Roopur developed the plant-based smart air purifier. World Coconut Day is observed on 2nd September. Big Boss 13 winner who passed away recently is Siddharth Shukla, and veteran Hurriyat leader who passed away recently is Syed Ali Zilani. So these are all the one-word key points. So please at 7 p.m. please answer the MCQs in our Telegram channel. So from tomorrow definitely we'll post our current affairs videos at 5 p.m. So sorry for the delay from the past 2 days, but from tomorrow definitely you'll have current affairs videos at 5 p.m. every day, and 7 p.m. you will have important MCQs in our Telegram channel. So please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel. Share the channel with all your friends, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We provide coaching for Bank SSC RRB as well as for SI Constable. We'll provide the links for Telegram and the app in the description as well as comment section. So thank you students, we'll meet in the next class.